Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer, welcome back to Train Sim World, and welcome back to the Ruhr-Sieg Nord DLC. We're going to do one more. Are there one more? Are there two more scenarios? I think there are two more. Yeah, we're going to do one called Storm Trail, and I've been looking forward to this one because we will be in the, it's the Doppelstockwagen. Am I saying that right? Keep the vital local train service going amidst a worsening autumn storm. Man, I would love to. So let's get this going. We're going to be on the gamepad today, not the keyboard and mouse. But I'm starting to like it more, I think. I didn't at first. I was so used to mouse and keyboard. But I'm really... The gamepad is kind of growing on me for this sim. Here we go. Storm Trail. Welcome to Hagen. And I'm sure there's a German word for that abbreviation. You will be running an all-stop service to Siegen this evening. Climb aboard. Okay. Let's get this closed. Can be tricky with the gamepad. I'm not lying. Up here. That closed. Sit in the driver's seat. You got it. Set the brake key to on. On. You got it. Set up train. Set the reverser to forward. That is forward. Set the headlights to reduced. Coach lights. There we go. Set these to reduced. All right. And then what's back here? Is that right? That's right. Contact signaler. Press the tab key to bring up the dispatch menu. I can do that. And we want to do this. Wait, what? What just happened? All right. Unlock doors. So we're going to unlock the right. Yep. Pivot around here. Doors are open. And I feel like we need to do some more things up here. I feel like... Let's get some office lights going here. That one. There we go. That's a little better. And coach lights are on. Turn those on. Turn that on. Okay. How are we doing over here? Pantograph. Raise. MCB. Close. Start the train. This is feeling a little bit intense, I have to say. Got our signal light. Okay, wait until 1903. That's right about now. And then we want to lock the doors. It says lock the doors. Lock right. Okay, we did that. Go away. Depart when ready. Release all brakes. Let her buck. All right, where are we going? Hohenlimburg at 1915, so we got about 12 minutes to get there. And it looks like it's about 5 miles. Okay. Good on speed limit. We're going to need, is it down here? I need wipers. There we go. Feeling like, I don't know, it says 60, but this looks pretty tight in here. I don't want to get dinged on speed limit. Uh-huh. That's how they do me. That's how they do your boy. And then back up. Okay. So now we are right. Turn this up. There we go. So now we're good on speed limit. Maybe, hopefully. Whew, okay, that was exciting. And it says this scenario takes an hour, and it's normally close, but it's not always 100%. So we'll go maybe 45 minutes. We'll see how close we are to the end of the scenario. If we're not super close, then I'll go ahead and call it an episode and we'll finish up off camera. If we're super close, then I'll finish it regardless of how long it takes. Right, and I don't want to say, I mean, we're not really taking a beating on frame rate, but we're feeling it in this yard. Picking up a little bit. I think with the lighting and the rain and everything, that can, I don't know, I want to say it costs us about 10 to 15 FPS. But we're picking up a little bit. A little bit. Man, I think until I know this route, it's going to be very tricky to anticipate all these speed limit changes. I know I have seen YouTubers, and I swear, man, they know like the code of all those little signs that go by. Now me, I can barely see those signs, but those gangsters can, like, not only can they see them, but they know what they mean, so they can get the whip like hauled down to the proper speed limit before they get to the speed limit. For me, I feel like, particularly when it's changing back and forth sort of rapidly, and our up in the HUD, that only tells you the speed limit changes for the track that you're on. So if it shunts you over to another track, like right beside the one you're on, that has a different speed limit, it just happens instantly. Like, you don't get any warning or heads up that you're about to get a new speed limit. Right. So good there. Good there. Okay. For the moment, nothing's going on. I'm eyeballing it right now. You know what I mean? I'm like eyeballing this game, waiting for it to do something crazy. And since we came out of the yard, we did pick up, so it's running smoother. It's just, man, when you look at some of the overhead maps, and we want to, what, zoom out? Zoom out. When you look at some of the overhead maps, the volume of track and the complexity of the yards, like, it doesn't surprise me that we would have some FPS issues. All right. There you go. Oh, there's trains all over the place. That seems to be, now it could be unique to this DLC, but it may be something that they're sort of patching across all DLC. There does seem to be more traffic. There seems to be more things moving on the maps, and I like that. It creates a very immersive feel. And I think, honestly, I'm so used to truck sim, where you have, especially when you're on the freeways or the motorways, you have a lot of movement and a lot of other vehicles that you're sort of sharing the road with. So I think in some ways I'm sort of spoiled and really used to that. So to be the only thing moving in a train simulator, it's not that it's not immersive, but I find when there's a lot of traffic moving, for me particularly, it's more immersive, if that makes sense. I think it does. I think it does. So, and you know that where's our, yeah. You know that the way these routes sort of loop back and forth on themselves, that the distance that it's showing right now, the 3.8 miles, 3.7 now, that's a linear distance and not necessarily a track distance. So if the track is looping back and forth and doing all kinds of crazy things between here and there, we may go, I don't know, 5 miles, 6 miles to cover that 3.4 miles of linear distance. So it took me a minute to figure that out back in CSX Heavy Haul, that it was 10 miles away, as an example. It's 10 miles away, we're going 60 miles an hour. We should be there in about 10 or 11 minutes, and yet we weren't getting any closer, and that was the reason. It's because we had to go through a bunch of twisties. And I suppose we could hop outside. I really like this train. I really do. Been waiting to drive it. And well, I'll go back outside and show you. As far as I know, this control cab coach that we're in right now does not have driving wheels in it. Everything is being driven from the rear, and I want to say that's a 143 pusher back there in this configuration. I don't know. I don't know enough about railways and about rolling stock to know that for sure, but I'm thinking that we're controlling that rear pusher from this front control cab, but we don't have any drive wheels in the front coach. I think I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Right, so we've got it says a little over a mile, and we've got about 3 minutes to get there. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. Good enough that I may start braking just a little bit. Right? Like if we've got the extra room to work with, I don't want to jostle the passengers. Also, I'm not 100% familiar with how this train brakes. Not well would be my answer. Jesus, really not well. Come on, buddy. There you go. Wow. Okay. Okay. I think we're gonna make it, but that was not pretty. Right. Unlock doors. So we're gonna unlock the left doors. Is that right? Everything's open. Fantastic. That was, I was trying to be real cool while that was happening, but I don't know if you could detect the panic in my voice that I really did not think we were going to be able to get stopped. The electric brakes on this train, the dynamic braking, not super effective. That could just be that I'm doing it wrong, but I really didn't feel like the train was slowing down at all. That was borderline terrifying. Very nice. Right, and we were early into the station, were we not? Yeah, we weren't supposed to be here till 19:15, so I think we got in about a minute early, and that typically means that they're going to ask us to wait before we depart. Indeed. Okay. You know what? Brakes are set. Let's go walk around. We've got a little time. So let's go stand out here in the rain. Look at our train. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love the 2-level trains. I don't know why. I don't know why. Something about them is just very appealing. Yeah, I think because I'm not seeing any pantograph up top. I think it's just all being... Ah! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, dear. Uh-oh. This is not good. Not good. What's my jump button? Oh, dear. Okay. So, and we get up here. Is there a way to get over? Ah, this is not good. Not good. Okay. I think I see an under. Oh. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. Right. Whew. Yep. Okay. Doors are locked. Doors are locked. Objective complete. Okay. And then we have another stop. Okay. So, release all brakes. And there we go. 2.2 miles in 5 minutes. Should be okay. But again, it could be a little twisty. A little bit. One big turn, 2 big turns. I think we'll be all right. And I'm feeling like coach lights, headlights. I feel like I want some brighter headlights on here. I learned my lesson with the brakes. I'm not going to let that happen again. In fact, we don't need to be going this fast. We've got plenty of time to get there. Right, 1.6 miles, and we've got So 1.4 miles, and we've got quite a few minutes to get there. So I think we'll be all right. I think. And this time we won't come blasting into the station at 50 miles an hour. A little better, a little smoother and more controlled. Beautiful. I assume we'll open doors on the left side. Reports have been received of worsening conditions. Maintenance crews are out on the line in case of any disruptions. Okay. We will update you once we know more. For now, continue as normal. Okay? And we are loading passengers. I am going to... how about again? I'm going to push my luck. Try not to fall off the platform. This is nice too. Oh, yeah. Try not to fall off the platform. Beautiful. Now, can I go in this one? I can. I can jack that train, yo. Close that. Oh, fantastic. Jump seat. Love it. Anything else we can play with? Ah! Gotta drive. Lock doors. Lock left. You got it. Okay, objective complete. Where are we headed now? Altena. Right. We are not moving. So let's confirm. All brakes are off. All brakes are off. Cursor is forward. There we go. I feel like that has something to do with brake pressure and me just not being patient enough to wait until all the pressures are stabilized and where they need to be. So sort of on me. But what can I say? I'm impatient. Because it is getting dark outside, so we'll turn that on. Beautiful. And I think, now have we done any other episodes in the Ruhr-Sieg Nord DLC at night? I don't know if we have or not. It's not really night, it's evening, but I mean it's pretty much night. Alright, so we have that. Fast. A little too fast. There we go. Better. Better. Where are we at on time? 25 minutes. Okay. I'm also curious what this maintenance crew situation looks like. They did give us the warning that things were going to be happening out here, so I'm wondering if that doesn't indicate sudden stops for crews that are out here working. I kind of got my eyes open. I feel like they're setting us up. Beautiful. Loving this game. I really do. And even at night with the lights on, with the rain and everything else, once you get out of the station, it does seem to pick up quite a bit. And I'm hoping on my new system that we don't have... I mean, we're not really having problems. It's just... It's just not as hot as I would like it to be, as far as graphics quality and frame rate and everything else. But, you know, that's always going to be the case. So that's that. That's the one I want. There we go. Get a little bit more of a heads up on speed limits. There we go. A little bit of Red Bull for the trip. How are we doing on time? 30 minutes. Okay. Okay. No complaints so far. And I really am feeling like each of these DLC is better than the last, not just in terms of the DLC itself, but the overall optimization and just everything that they're... I mean, you can see that this is a new sim as of about a year ago versus Train Simulator, the series that was up to 2018. Right, unlock doors. Unlock on the left. Is that correct? Sorry for the bouncing camera, you know, I hate that. F1, F1. Oh, God. So many sims in my world right now. Train Sim was up to 2018, and the game had been in development, I guess you could say, for 10 years, 12 years. This game's been out for a year. So I feel like every DLC, they're doing things to improve the overall game. And obviously those changes are included with the sim, but then they reflect included with the DLC, but then they're reflected back on the entire sim as a whole, if that makes sense. So things that they come up with to make the Ruhr-Sieg Nord DLC better can be applied retroactively to all previous DLC and the sim itself via a patch, via an update, and I feel like it just continues to get better and better. Alright, doors are closed. Here we go. Where are we headed? Verdol. Okay. So I'm going to release the brakes and I'm going to wait for all the pressures to come up. It looks like, I mean, nothing's moving on my brake panel. So can we... Yep. Okay. Just takes a while. I guess, though, I mean, it is a train, right? Why wouldn't it take a while? And I think... Right? I wouldn't say this is the end of the line, but we're getting through the whole length of the map. Okay. How are we doing on time? 34 minutes. The other thing, I don't think I ever found on this locomotive, I don't think I ever found the horn. Don't think I did. Air compressor, action fan. Nope, I don't think I ever found the horn. Okay. And something else I just noticed. Right. So, all brakes are off. Throttle is off. Okay, there it goes. There are some significant pauses sometimes in the between when you offer a key input and when the locomotive actually responds, and I don't know if that is representing something that's actually present in this real life locomotive, or if that is just not a glitch, but just something in the game where it's a little bit slow to respond. So as an example, you'll apply throttle and there will be no response for 18 or 20 seconds. Curious. Right. Time. Okay. I'm going to go another stop or two and we'll see where we are on the map. And it could be that that is as far as we go today. Get those going. Look, right, we've got, well, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll play it by ear like we always do. Yeah, you know what? I think we're committed enough. We're deep enough in this. Let's just go ahead and finish it today so we can see how the points stack up and how we did on the entire route, how we did as far as hitting our stops. Just noticed this thing. Okay, got one of those. Anything up here? Nope. And we're speeding just a little bit while I'm looking around. Curious what this route will look like in daylight. Although I have to say, it is a nice effect with the mist and the rain and everything. Looks nice and it's playing pretty smooth. And I still have yet to see any of these work crews that they warned us about. Although I have to say that this game, as realistic as it is, there have been times, particularly in CSX Heavy Haul, where I was given a warning or I was told about something and then it just never came to be. And I feel like that is representative of real life, where you're given a warning of something, but that's no guarantee that it will happen. It's simply a warning. So that is definitely different than a lot of sims where that type of warning is, how do I want to say it? It's like that scenario is guaranteed to happen, and it's sort of foreshadowing more than, does that make sense? I think you know what I mean. You always know what I mean. Almost like a narrative component. Right? Like it's telling you something is going to happen in the game and then it happens, versus real life where, you know, you get a tornado warning, but that doesn't mean you're going to have tornadoes. It just means you could. I think we'll be within a minute, so I think that's our cutoff. You want to stop within a minute of your scheduled time. But this is the first one we've been sort of late to. Right. So we're gonna open doors on the, I'm waiting till they tell us. I guess I don't need to. We can unlock left side doors. Aha. Communication has been received that there is debris on the line ahead caused by the storm. Okay. To try and maintain the service, you will be routed along the wrong line head. Be aware you are restricted to 70 kilometers per hour. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Look at that with the rain on the window. Oh, it's beautiful. Love it. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, I imagine it will just put me where it needs me to go. And we don't have a ton of line left. So, where are we at? 42 minutes. Okay. We'll just see how she goes. Brake overcharge. Nope, not my horn. Right, lock the doors. Lock left. Doors are locked. Objective complete. Use brakes. Brakes released. Here we go. That delay again. There we go. So 2.8 miles will go to this diversion. All right. And then from there, so this is the diversion. Yeah, we don't really have a whole lot of line left, but could go either way. Interesting. Okay. No, I'm feeling like something terrible is about to happen. And I'm hoping it doesn't bust us out of this scenario, because I know it's like a zero tolerance policy in Train Sim World. If you screw up, you're just done. And you may sometimes be able to start again from like mid scenario, but other times like you're just done and you have to start again. Now, the nice thing is you do get to keep your points. So any points that you've accumulated up to that point where you bomb out of the scenario, you do get to keep those. But you know, it's still, when you've put an hour into a scenario, it can be a little frustrating. I know there were a couple in CSX Heavy Haul where as I was trying to figure out the signals, I would be like 50 or 60 minutes into a scenario and I would run a red signal. Not that I didn't see it or that I tried to go through it. I was just trying to figure out how close to get to it because I was sort of waiting for it to trigger other things and not realizing that you just had to pull up in front of it and stop and then kind of wait for the game to do its thing. There was no way to hurry it along, and there wasn't a trigger or a threshold or something that you were getting to where it would then cause the game to do something. You literally just had to stop at the red signal and wait for an indefinite period of time. Very realistic, but not necessarily something that I was used to in gaming. Although I guess that is definitely how it works in real life. And I'm going to slow down a bit because I don't know. I mean, I can see we've got a red signal in 2 miles, but I'm really not sure what's going to happen up here. And we're not, at the moment, we're not on a clock. We don't have a time goal as far as, you know, what time we need to get there. guessing this is the obstruction. Not moving. Very dark. Yeah, I'm thinking that's the culprit. Okay. Plettenberg, 1.3 miles. No time limit given. But that's where our red signal is. Okay. .5 miles, 50 miles per hour. Okay. So, okay. I think we're doing all right. And we're at coming up on 50 minutes, so I think we're almost done. Plettenberg may be the end of the line for us. Might not be. Find out in a minute. Concentrating. The closer I get to the end of the scenario, the more I concentrate, because I really don't want to screw it up now. Ah, okay. So this is not... Ah, okay. And we definitely want to slow down, because this is not a... This is not a station. This is just a red signal. Okay. Let's creep up to this thing. Creeping. But not go through it. Oh, man. Creeping. Creeping. Do not want to go through this. And it's, you don't have to like physically go through it, you just have to get too close to it and it'll bust ya. You done, son. You done. Four, three, okay. All right, we're stopped. What are we waiting for? What are we waiting to happen? I don't want to get any closer. But I feel like... Oh, do we have to? Oh, game. Why do you mess with my emotions? Oh, game. Okay. Objective complete. Is that everything? Or we got one more? The storm continues to be problematic. More reports are coming in of debris on the line. Okay. So, for passenger safety, we will be terminating all services at Plettenberg. You will be routed onto platform 3 there. You will be routed into platform 3 there. Okay. Fair enough. Stop at location Plettenberg, 1.1 miles. So I'm guessing we need to ask permission to pass this signal. Well, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. This is a little bit unnerving because this is where we are. Yeah, man, I don't know. I just feel like if as soon as we move, we're gonna get dinged. I'm really, really kind of gripped right now. Okay, well, one way or another, I guess we're gonna end this scenario. Unless we already have permission to pass. Okay. Well, we'll find out in 20 yards. Okay, just turned yellow. Game. Game. Why you gotta treat me this way? But it does look like we're at 52 minutes, and it does look like we will go to Plettenberg, and that'll be the end of our scenario. Okay. So we'll slow this down. I enjoyed this one. It was a little bit, not tricky, but it was challenging for sure. Gave us some things to deal with. And it's nice to be out at night, or at least out in twilight, dusk, however you want to describe it. There's this guy. Bit of a freight train. Beautiful. And again, we're not on a clock to get in here, so I'm taking my time. And we do have a red signal at the other end of the platform, it looks like. So we'll be extremely mindful of that. Tons of train, tons of track, and it's raining, and we've got lights on. But we're doing okay on frame rate. We're doing all right. This is going to be dicey. What's our delta? Just a couple of yards between where they want us to stop and where that red signal is. It's as close as we're going to get. Okay. Unlock left. All right. What are we doing? Unlock left. Good to go there. Okay, cool. I don't know if this is the end. I think this might be. Find out in a moment. Doors. Objective complete. The train is safe for now, and hopefully the storm will not last much longer. Well, one can hope. So is that it? Are we done? Set the reverser to neutral. Okay. Disembark. You know what? We've gone long enough. We're almost an hour into this. I'm not going to close down the whole train. but I will close that door. Close those. We need a mark. Where's our mark? There it is. There we go. Fantastic. We got green everywhere. We didn't get green at Plettenberg. I'm curious why not. Okay, there you go. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out the Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Train Sim World. This is the Ruhr-Sieg Nord DLC, and we will see you next time. Take care now.